Alright guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to link pictures in VS Code, right? Visual Studio Code. So if you want to be able to link pictures right inside of VS Code, watch this video step by step because that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video. Okay, now before we begin, it's very important you watch this video till the end before taking any action. Don't pause and play. Watch this video completely till the end before you begin to take action so that you will not make any single mistake. It is very important that you watch till the end before taking action, right? So that you're not going to make any single mistake. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. I've listed out different steps, right, that we're going to be actually take to successfully be able to link pictures in VS Code, right? So we are going to go through these steps, right? We're going to go through all of them. It's actually a very easy and simple process, right? So we're going to go through them step by step. The first thing we're going to do, obviously, is actually to first thing we're going to do is to open our Visual Studio Code, which is the first thing we're going to do, right? So you come over to the Visual Studio Code website. If you don't know how to come over to the Visual Studio Code website, right, this is where you download it. Just type in Visual Studio if you don't already have it on your system, right? Notice that there are two kinds of Visual Studio. There's Visual Studio and then there's Visual Studio Code, right? So if you're going to download and you don't have it in your system, make sure you come to this one right here that says Visual Studio Code. It is very important. So you come here and click on it, and then it's actually going to open. This is where you download it. As you can see, there's the one for Windows. If you're using other devices and stuff like that, you can actually check for other platforms and stuff like that, web, and or you can also search here for the version you're using. Maybe if you're using a Mac or a Linux, right, operating system, just select the one that best suits your needs. And yeah, basically that's it. Download and install. The installation is actually a very simple process. You honestly cannot miss it. Okay, once you've done that, you just come here, and then once you've installed it, you just type in your VS Code right here, and it's actually going to open on your device, right? That's basically how I did mine. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is my Visual Studio Code. So I just click on it and open it because it's installed. Alright, so if I come back here, this is actually my Visual Studio Code right here. As you can see, it is super simple. What you want to do right now that you're here, let's move over to the next step, which is to create a folder. We're going to create a project folder. So we're going to come to Visual Studio Code, click on files, click on open folder, and then we're going to choose a location, right? And once we choose a location, we're going to name it something, let's say like video link project. So I come over to my Visual Studio, come to files, right, come to where it says open folder, and then we're going to actually, once it opens the folder, we're going to actually choose where we want to access the folder. So I'm just going to create a new folder right here. Let me create a folder. I'm going to click on new, right? I just right click on new folder, and then I'm going to name it this, right, image link projects. Okay, then I'm going to click on this image link projects, this new folder that I actually just created right now. So I'm going to click on it right here, and then I'm going to click on where it says select. Notice it's empty because it's a new folder. I'm going to actually click on where it says select folder. Right, so boom, that's what we're going to do. Right, so once you've done that, the next thing you're going to do, right, is we're going to actually create an HTML file. Right, we're going to create an HTML file in the Explorer panel. Okay, so we click the new file icon. You click the new file icon in the Explorer panel at top left, look like a paper using a plus sign. So we name it this index.html. Alright, so we come over to our VS Code right here. We come to this place here. This is actually where it is. We come to new file right here, and then we're going to come here, and then we're going to name it index.html. No, not this. That makes this right here. We're going to name it index.html, which is this right here. It is very important, right? So you can actually just type it, but I just prefer pasting it right here. So so name index.html, right? Super simple, right? So once you've done this, the next thing you're going to do, we're going to minimize this right here. We press enter, which is to create it, and then what you see a new file open with the same index in a tab at the top. So what's going to happen is that we're going to actually add an image file into the folder, right? So we're going to add an image file into the folder. All right, so What we're going to do is to add an image file into the folder. You open your file explorer, right? You find any image file, right? For example, this, and once you find the image file, you just drag it into your VSL project folder. Okay, so let's just do that right now. So we're gonna go over to our file explorer. If you're using a Mac, it should be like your finder, right? So I'm just gonna take a random photo right here. I'm just gonna select a random one right here. All right, so let me just take out let's say blue stack image. All right, so what you're gonna do is let me open this one as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drag and drop this right here. Take the blue stack image. I'm just gonna drag and drop it inside of right here, not necessarily here. Hold on, let me listen this one right here. I want to see this banner right here. I want to see this exact banner. Right, so drag and drop it right here. Right now, you're gonna notice something. This is our folder. Remember, image link projects. Right, so you're gonna make sure that this image you just dragged in must be inside the same folder, right, with the index.html, which is this image link project, which is the folder, right? So they are both inside of this folder, which is the image link project folder. So if I come over here to my file explorer and go to desktop, let me widen this a bit. So if I come here and then look for that exact my image link, right? So if I come here, you will notice that the two of them are inside the same folder, right? So you want to make sure that that works. So for what we are going to do next, the next step is actually going to depend on that. So once you've done that, right, so the next thing you want to do, you want to write an HTML code, right? So you're going to look through this code right here, and then you're going to actually copy this and paste it, right? So you look at it well, right? You can take your time, right? But make sure you watch this video till the end. You don't pause it, right? Watch the video till the end before you come back again, and then you can now pause and look at it, right? But then basically this is actually what you're going to paste inside. We're going to make some adjustments, definitely, but then yeah, but we're going to just take this code and then paste it right here inside our HTML index. So we're going to adjust this because this is actually not a real name. So we're going to take the name of this folder right here, which is BlueStack, the name of this image, which is BlueStack logo. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to come here and then come to my image, my file explorer, and then I'm just going to get the name right here. Right, so I'm going to click on rename. Right, I just want to get the name, copy the name right here, and then I'm just going to exit this. I'm not actually renaming it. I just want to adjust because this place right here, right? So I'm just going to paste in the name, BlueStack image, right? So super simple. All right, so right now the image right here inside the image tag is what links your pictures, right? The image tag. All right, so if you see image tags right inside of this code, which is this one right here, right, the image tag is actually what links your picture, right? So it's very important, while the source attribute, right, the source attribute right here is actually what tells the browser where the picture is located. Okay, the source actually what tells the browser where it's located, and then the alt attribute gives text if the image can't load. Okay, so the alt attribute is what gives text if the image actually cannot load. All right, so it's very important. This is the alt attribute right here, as you can see, and then the width just adjusts the size, right? This is the width. So this is what we put inside of here. As you know, this is just normal HTML. Right, so basically that's it, right? So we'll move over to the next step, right? So I'm just going to try and save it right here. I'm just going to try and save this right here. So I'm just going to try and save this right here. So I'm going to save it. Okay, very important. So once we've done this right here, we're going to move over to the next step. We're going to preview the image in our browser. Okay, for that we can do it the manual way, which is to go to your project folder on your computer. You right click on the HTML file, right, the index.html, you choose open with, then you choose Chrome. here's what that means. So this is the folder right here. So come here, right click right here, open with, and then we can choose Chrome, right? But what I'm going to do is that I can just click on Chrome. Let's see if it's actually going to work. Here, boom, as you can see right here, so the image actually came up. All right, so basically, right, so there are other ways you can actually open it from inside. You can actually open it from inside your VS Code. Yeah, we can actually go over to our VS Code right here. Go over to our VS Code. You can come over to extension right here, and then you're going to type in something very usual, which is live server. Right, it's an app that can be installed inside of VS Code. Type in live server right here. So we'll come here and then we type in live server right here. Right, so as you can see, this is actually the tool, right? It's actually the tool, live server, right? You can actually download it right here, install it, and then once you install this live server tool right here, right, you can now go to your index.html file and right click right inside the editor. You open with live server, so you can open with live server, and also it's going to open. All right, so basically that's actually how it works. And I believe I've showed you exactly, and I believe I've been able to successfully show you exactly how to link pictures right in VS Code, right? So I believe I've showed you that. Do well to like this video if you got any value from this video, and also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video.